What is up, guys? Max Reef here with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon tank and why it may be the perfect starter tank. So stick around if you're interested in learning more about this. So yes, while there is debates out there that nano reefs are a lot more difficult to take care of and maintain than, say, a larger tank, I believe that if you really want to get into this hobby, I think something like this is probably the best way to get started. And the reason I say that is it's not as difficult as a lot of people like to make it out to be. Yes, I do believe that a larger tank is going to be easier because you're going to have a little more stability than a nano tank, but just doing your basic care routine, you'll eliminate a lot of those swings that are unwanted. The other thing I like about this tank a lot is that despite it being, I think, 12 gallons in the main display and then 1.5 gallons in the back, give or take a gallon here or there, it still allows the flexibility to be as creative as you want and still have a number of different corals in here. So as you can see, I've created a pretty decent scape here with my rock work. I've got a couple clowns in here that I've had for a long time. I've got a shrimp over here, a couple of other things, a cleanup crew. I've got the conch snail there doing his thing. So, yes, it's only 12 gallons or so, but it still allows for you to experiment with different things and really have what you want. You don't need to have, 55, 75 gallons to achieve a pretty reef tank. So perhaps one of the best things about this tank is the customability of it. As you can see here, mine is not completely stock. I haven't done a ton, but I've done enough to make it my own, and it's performing where I want it to. So fresh out of the box, this tank comes with a black lid that has a built-in light, and I think it only has like a white setting, a blue setting, and then it turns off. While that light is perfectly fine to get you started, it's going to be able to do the zoas, the GSP, other things like that, mushrooms. In order to start getting into SPS and anemones and other things like that, you're going to want to upgrade to the AI Prime or something on that level. I upgraded probably, it was a year ago, so yeah, I've had really good experience with it. The corals seem to love it. I've had really no issues with it. It's a set it and forget it, so it's a lot easier. But yeah, so that's one of the main things. Now, if you do that, you can either leave your tank topless, or you can get something like that. I picked that up at Kraken Reef. I've got the link in the description, but this has a feeding hole, stuff like that. So there's just a number of different things you can do to customize this tank. Speaking of customization, I know some of you have seen it in my previous videos, but in the back, there's actually a media basket that you can get from Intank. I'll try and find the link online. It is fairly common in this tank though, but basically it's a 3-chamber basket. Up top you have your filter floss. Sorry, this flashlight, I'm trying to make it work. Up top you have the filter floss. In the middle there you have your carbon and Chemi Pure Elite, and then you have your biomedia. In the middle chamber in the back, that's where I keep my heater. I've seen people do like mini refugiums in this tank. That's again, speaks to the customization of this tank. And then in the back one, you do have your pump. The stock pump that comes with it is okay. Like I said, it's going to get you started. It's going to be okay. But that's another upgrade that you can look to make, and it's relatively inexpensive, just depending on the flow that you want in your tank. I don't have a ton of flow, but I did upgrade the media tank, or I'm sorry, the pump, but it's got the right amount of flow for me. Perhaps the biggest selling feature of this tank is its price. I believe it's around $200 or $250, which is a really good price for an entry-level tank. It's gonna provide enough for you to get your feet wet in the hobby. My best tip that I can give you is if you have a spot for the tank and you can afford it and you're interested, absolutely do it. It's a blast. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. And you can't be afraid of it. I know there are a lot of people out there saying it's difficult and there's challenges, and that is true, but I believe that's true in almost every hobby. This one does take time, and you're gonna learn a lot and you're gonna mess up a lot, but you can go back and look at some of my older videos and you'll see that I have made a lot of changes in this tank, and it's gone through ups and it's gone through downs, but overall I'm really happy with where it is right now. You know, I love seeing this tank progress, and eventually when I do have the space I will be upgrading to a bigger tank, but this 13.5 gallon is plenty of tank for a newbie to get started, or even an experienced reefer as well. I mean, anyone can enjoy this tank, and I really think that the potential is there for, you know, a lot of new people to get into this, and this be a good starter tank for them. All right, guys, well, that'll do it for this video. If this was helpful, please throw me a like or even a sub. I would really appreciate it. I want to do a like goal of 75 likes on this video. I think that's crazy. If we could get that, that would be great. Also, like I said earlier, if you could subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'm thinking about doing a 500 sub giveaway. I know we're a long ways away from that, but if we could get close to that number, that would mean a lot to me. You guys are awesome. Keep the comments coming. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. I try and respond to all the comments. But yeah, have a good day, and I appreciate you guys watching.